Hey everyone, I am doing this video because Big Boy Lins asked which are the best Tempest for Bobby. And when we talk about Bobby from Generation 25, we are not just discussing raw damage. We are talking about control through pressure, stacking effects and sustained dominance in longer fights. Bobby's core identity revolves around freeze and fear mechanics, yet as of today, no Tempest Arms directly provide freeze or fear-based abilities. This is a critical design gap and realistically a strong indicator that such Tempest Arms will arrive in the future. Because of that, the smartest approach right now is not over-optimizing for short-term power, but instead building a Tempest Arm setup that remains effective even after future updates, hero rebalances and new event mechanics. So, let's break down the most reliable and future-resistant options currently available. Of course, my primary recommendation will be Judgment Falls for Berserk. Judgment Falls is currently the best in slot Tempest Arm skill for Bobby, if you have access to it. At the start of combat, the enemy frontline is immediately marked with damage amplifying effect. Every time your squad lands skill damage on the frontline, additional stacks are applied. Once the stack threshold is reached, all stacks are consumed in a devastating burst of damage that scales extremely well as the enemy loses troops. What makes this skill particularly powerful for Bobby is its synergy with Berserk squads. Berserk enhanced squads accelerate stack generation and further amplify the detonation damage based on enemy troop losses. This creates a feedback loop. Pressure leads to troop loss, which then increases burst damage even more. From a future-proofing perspective, Judgment Falls does not rely on freeze or fear directly. Instead, it scales on enemy attrition and repeated skill damage, two mechanics that are unlikely to be nerfed heavily without breaking multiple heroes across the game. If you don't have the ultra rare version, Judgment Charge is your economic and highly practical alternative. Mechanically, it follows the same core concept: early frontline marking, stack generation through skill damage, and a powerful damage trigger once the stack limit is reached. While it lacks some of the advanced scaling found in Judgment Falls, it still benefits significantly from Berserk squad synergy and performs exceptionally well for its cost. The key advantage here is accessibility. Judgment Charge is much easier to forge and can often be purchased more cheaply in the Tempest Arm shop, making it ideal for players who want long-term efficiency without gambling heavily on RNG. But there is also another option. Mark of Insight is a skill many players underestimate, and that's a mistake. I know it's from Generation S2, so it should be weak in theory, but this Tempest Arm focused on stacking power through basic attacks. Each base attack builds stacks that boost the next skill damage. Once a skill is used, the stacks reset, but over time, the total skill damage continues to scale throughout the battle. Its Berserk synergy adds another layer. After accumulating a certain number of stacks, random enemy squads are permanently marked to take increases damage from Berserk style units. This effect stacks and lasts until the end of the fight, making it especially valuable in extended engagements and large-scale PvP events. Because these skills comes from the older generation, it's usually one of the cheapest options available, yet it remains extremely effective and highly resistant to future balance changes. So guys, sooner or later, Tempest Arms with freeze or fear interactions will be introduced, and when that happens, Bobby's optimal setup will change. However, by investing now in judgment-based and stack scaling Tempest Arms, you ensured your build stays competitive without constant re-optimization. So my 3 advices: focus on damage amplification over time, then on Berserk synergy and skills that scale with troop loss and prolonged combat. This approach keeps Bobby dominant today and makes him ready for tomorrow.